Dun, dun. The Fright stuff. The Adventurers Guild investigators eyeing the festive displays with a healthy dose of suspicion. Thank you. There must be another gourd. Oh no. Oh my stars, could it be the self-same adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints' Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry? Yes. Thank the 12 for bringing you to us, for the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's Parade of Horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... No, perhaps it is best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think that the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I would begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship, and offer your services to her ghastly celebration. If you catch even a whiff of foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. Okay. I knew I could count on you. Now then, you can find our quarry just across the way at Mikedo's amphitheater, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passerbys into her ungodly procession. Humor her for now, but take care not to fall victim to her honeyed words. There's a naked cat. Woo! That's not much of a costume. Or it's a great one, I don't know. Are you the saint of All Saints' Wake? I forget. It is you! I knew your arrival was inevitable, for any who once indulge in the revelry of All Saints' Wake cannot resist a chance to relive their experience. Oh, such eagerness. We are ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferably with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand you've been tasked with bringing to light any iniquity on my part, but you know from experience that I'm perfectly harmless, so you are free to conduct your little investigation if it pleases you. All cats are naked when you think about it. Not Shirt Jackson, the cat that always wears a shirt. Together, I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens, and as their judgmental eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. I always forget. Everyone forgets about Shirt Jackson. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of this night and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure, but what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? I didn't play that one. Which system was it on? Unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts who yet consider this a night to spread fear like a plague. Plague-goo creepypasta sauce. And so it struck me. What if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is room for light, even in the darkest of hearts. Okay, I'm listening. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff. No! In facilitating an All Saints' Wake that will allow yours as mine to join hands in mutual merriment. I remember Papa Gruff. Perhaps you know Papa Gruff. Yes, he was once a void sense so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers, but I have since shackled, or rather, politely reasoned with him to commit devilry no more. If you're sure. Knowing of his formidable magical prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words. Frighten enough to tickle, but not scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright, not with much success, as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of this city. Might you give our beleaguered Papa Gruff a few words of advice? Okay. Haha, thank you, truly. He should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present, assuming he is yet to be chased from Gridania's borders. Please speak with him and give him my encouragement. Alright, alright. Is he quite well? No. No. Dun, 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 dun. You're that meddlesome adventurer. Ahem. Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance have reached even your ears, good madame. Please, honor me with your presence as my guest of honor. Without further ado, I shall summon a foul, fell beast before your very eyes. I only hope you've brought a change of small clothes. A monster? It'll take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. A spooky pumpkin! Look here, my dear thrill-seekers. Here lies an ordinary pumpkin. Or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. I blinked! Whizzle wazzle. Poof. Grr. I remember this episode of Steven Universe. Oh, baby. Oh, the terror, those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare, but this hellhound will chase you to the ends of the earth to have its alms of flesh. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this fair city transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gridania to the last ilm, if I made it so, a veritable banquet of chaos. Bloody brilliant! You drew us in all that talk of monsters only to dash our expectations with an adorable pup. I admit some confusion at first, but now I see you are a clown among clowns. He's like, wow, what a good show! What a good show! Not a single blood-curdling scream, but smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. Ah, my pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me. Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Considering our previous acquaintance, this hardly bears repeating, but my true form is that of a void sense. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after every sideways glance in my direction. Now, for the matter of this furry abomination. Frightened enough to tickle, but not scar, is the agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. So remembering that the deceptively winsome countenance of the vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, a child at an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. Oh? Now I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh to the exact same dog with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Feared by children and cuddled by adults, but sometimes the opposite. Depends. What frightens one may make another smile. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. What? Do you jest? You mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? I admit, that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far, and it does place me between a rock and a hellish, soul-rending place. If my task was simply a matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good name does one frighten to tickle? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. Okay. Sure. Where's the pup? Pup! Pumpkin pup. Girl! What a good boy. Let's get right into it, eh? First, we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate towards the pumpkins we've placed throughout the city, which create the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over this hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Papa Gruff is now accompanying you. Okay. Hey, Euro-chan, how you doing? An All Saints Wake performance? Very well, but I face slavering monsters almost daily, so it will take something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Oh, I can make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? Give him the ghastliest ghoul you can muster. Something middle-of-the-road scary. A small, uncanny thing. Oh, I bet the small thing is what scares him. The seasoned veteran of the Twin Adders has seen all the horrors of the Twelveswood. Perhaps something more stimulating is in order? Okay, fine. The biggest spooky boy. Well, if you say so, allow me to oblige. Ooh. Egads! That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity on one of my patrols. Else my final act might be to soil my breeches. Well played, well played. You've done it. You just gotta fit your audience. This looks almost real. I believe I might see this terrifying vision in my nightmares for some time yet. Okay, now we go back this way. A sweet child, little baby, what is wrong? These decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? Oh, yes, we are. This one is ripe for the picking. Ahem, forget I said anything. So, what type of ghoul do you suggest? The biggest one, the big scary. Give me the most appalling abomination you can conceive of, and don't skip on the ooze. What? You would do that to a trembling child? Who's the real monster here? The hellhounds ate my homework levels of dread. Something spoopy? Cough! Sorry, spooky. Still too much. Yep, we need the small one. We gotta go spoopy. If you really think so. I can't believe we just spoopy. Whoosh, whoosh, wow! Huh? I'm here to do a copyright strike, huh? Eek! It's a little baby ghost. He looks like I'm made out of marshmallow. I could jump his head. You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. The puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come, come, there should be more pumpkins around Apakalu Falls. How are you doing, little child? It gets cuter every time I look at it. I wonder if any of the other pumpkins will transform. You may have heard terrifying stories of my past, but I regret to say the magics I wield don't quite live up to my reputation. I only have a talent for minor transmogrification, really. Transmogrification Central. My master, on the other hand, oh, I shudder to think what mayhem she would be capable of if she wished it. Hell yeah, she's a badass. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are for babies. Here's our middle ground, I bet. For babies, are they? I'll make this last wish she was back in her mother's womb. And we're just like, yeah, do that. You there, little girl, look well upon this pumpkin. Dun 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 dun. Whoosh! Oh, we don't get to choose. Oh, wow! Monster! Dun 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 dun. What an impressive magic! My heart won't stop pounding. Da and Ma will have the fright of their life when I tell them that I saw a real, honest-to-God's monster. I can't wait to tell them. I'll think twice before I insult a clown again. Thank you for the thrills. That's a takeaway. Dun dun dun. Did she say thank you? I scared her near out of her shoes, and she thanks me? Can't say I've experienced that before. I dare say I even enjoyed it. Yes, now is the time to capitalize upon this newfound and tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. Sometimes words not good. Startled botanist. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrations, the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Celebrating. Ooh, she's cute. No. Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please, go and bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you in a fright, and not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to help. You'll really help? Well, I could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Loam Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields like always when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. What was it? When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm can persuade me to return, not while that horror wanders unchecked. We'll go blast it, we'll go blast it. A monster? But we haven't visited the growery yet. What could it have been, do you think? Maybe one of the transformed pumpkins from earlier. We might have a real demon on our hands. It sounds too spooky. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Yes, no doubt, there are void scents running amok. Oh, heck. Here I am, tying myself into knots, trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the 12s with nary a thought towards artistry! If we forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee and terror will have been for naught. Tremble and fear no longer, lass. We shall investigate the matter. Truly, you're the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischief. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns were villains! A calf? Again, those words ring strangely in my ears. However, 'tis not an entirely unpleasant situation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void, clown can only achieve so much. So would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Thank you. Oh, he's wearing 20 million gil earrings, I just noticed. Look at me, expressing gratitude, and to one of your kind, no less. Well, no matter. Let us depart to the Great Loam Growery and settle this. Let's go! Papa Gruff, hello. Hi, Papa Gruff. I see nothing out of the ordinary here, but I know they're close. Where are you? Where is the spooky boy? Our roguish quarry is close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Where could they be? Where could they be? Boo! I'm in a pot! Hi. Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow Void Scent, and what, pray tell, are you doing here? A brother of the Void? Then you know why I'm here, for the Night of Devilry. Once we were free to carouse, creep, and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed arch-fiend. For too long we have been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the Great Gourd shall give way to the era of the Great Pot. I love Great Pot. Even now my allies lie in wait throughout the city, ready to usher in the Night of Devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. The seventh potted calamity. That's right. No. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton vileness you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Ha! Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Oh, but I am frightened, as you too would be had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I've learned how to blend in with the people here and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. His rehabilitation is going very well. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective revelry can last forevermore. Traitor! Then my minions and I will devour you and your measly meekabob of a friend? Is that race-based? Or does he call everyone that? That head! The great gourd! Naughty children ill deserve to join in the festivities. They should be happy as decorations to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. Wish, wish, woo! Kablamo! My lady, how pleasant it is to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? I caught wind of a void-sent disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. Ha! I must say, I am quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into this city. Let us give them the same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. Dun, 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 dun. That wretch reminded me of myself long ago, but for but a twist of fate, I might even now be adorning the streets of Gridania by its side. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadow alike. If you sight any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the sources of their supposed nightmare was not but a clump of oh my god, I can't read. Was but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possesses the transformative power you require. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in a pie. The Fright stuff. You have learned the emote All Saints Charm. A charmed life. Papa Gruff is eager to rid Gridania of his wicked brethren. Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it. Let's wrap this up quickly, lest this year's All Saints' Wake be remembered as a disaster. I sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields. As well as the trail heading to the east, perhaps towards the market or the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the growery. I shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. That should put her at ease. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the Voidsent have been verily vegetated, meet me at Miketo's amphitheater so we can deliver my master news of our success. Now let the show begin! Monsters have invaded the city. A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Whoosh, whoosh, woo! Boom! Get pumpkined! A pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the All Saints Wakes festival, isn't it? Festivities. Let's go with that. I must say that made my heart skip a beat. If this is what adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. Bum, bum, bum. What was that awful thing? No force can rival that of terror, and upon terror we feast. Whoosh, whoosh, wham! Wow. What? It was just a pumpkin? I knew the wood whalers wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints Wake is as entertaining, I'd best go and find the main events. Everyone should watch. Definitely, it's All Saints Wake. It's okay, it's okay. If I don't look, it'll go away. Gee-hoo! Whoosh, whoosh, wow! Kablamo! We got it, we got it. Oh, that's a noise. What? It was a pumpkin the whole time? I can't believe I fell for that. But now that I know it's just a trick, I'd like to see it again. Go to the main stage. Yeah, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. You have turned all the prowling void set into harmless pumpkins. Papa Gruff awaits at Makedo's amphitheater to hear tidings of your success. We're back, we're back, we're back. A dinosaur struck up. You are returned, and that means Gridania is free of mischievous void scent. Let us hear what Papa Gruff has to say. There you are. I took care of the void scent still haunting the great lone growery. Did your hunt go as smoothly? Oh yes. I'm very good at what I do. I don't know what I do, but I'm very good at it. Good, good. Now we can safely say that the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. It is the least they can do in repentance. I like her. Do you think her actual name is Gordbez? There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I had worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Lone Growery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for all of us. Oh, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it a grand amphitheater or a cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That's scary. Whatever that was looked so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. Would that every day were so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we've made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. Pumpkin cookies! I do believe I can get used to this being thanked thing. Well, since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. Pumpkin cookie emote. Yum. Is he about to get tricked? This is delicious! I love being a good boy! This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. The cookie's ether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold, but not overpowering. Is this a taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping on terror when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected? Wait, you did what? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. You mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why, this is shaping up to be quite the All Saints' Wake indeed. I could not have imagined a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is in no small part thanks to you. As I believe that Papa Gruff now has matters well in hand, I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you are so inclined. Yes. Yes, before I forget, do apprise that troublesome investigator of what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Aw, that's a good pumpkin bat. You really enjoyed those cookies, didn't you? I'll make another batch as soon as I can. Aw. Truth be told, I didn't think this plan for a harmonious All Saints' Wake would ever work, but I'm glad to be proven wrong. Unusual usher. I'm dreadfully sorry. Okay, okay. What a fantastic yarn. Monsters plotting against monsters, all to make us happy. I admit I find your story hard to swallow, but I also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and that may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. I thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. We did it! We saved Halloween! Delightfully, frightfully.